Let's talk about a viral post I saw on social media. A man said, the smarter and more self-aware a woman is, the more likely she is to remain single. You may need to dumb yourself down a little bit. And under that post, I saw a comment from a woman. She said, I understand where he's coming from. He's not coming from a malicious place. I have been single for 7 years. When you're coming from a healed and emotionally intelligent place, it is hard to connect with people who are not on the same page. Now, there's a lot to unpack there. The man's statement is blunt and problematic. It suggests that for a woman to be considered marriage material, they need to suppress their intelligence, their awareness, their emotional maturity, so a man does not feel intimidated. But notice something. Men are rarely told to lower themselves or to be more acceptable. They are told to grow, achieve, earn more, be ambitious. Women, on the other hand, we are told to tone it down. Don't outshine, don't be too much. This is a reflection of the old cultural pattern, where men are expected to lead, even when they are not capable of actually leading. And if a woman is more healed, more insightful, more self-aware, that threatens the other most people are still clinging to. Now, the woman in the comment section gave a different angle. She wasn't actually agreeing that women should dumb themselves down, but what she said was actually very insightful and true. When you have done the inner work, when you are healed, when you are emotionally intelligent, you simply can't connect with people that aren't there yet. And that's not arrogance, it's reality. When you have learned to communicate without manipulation, it is hard to date someone who only knows how to argue through silence or shouting. When you have learned to set boundaries, it is hard to be with someone who interprets every no as a rejection. If you have done therapy, it is hard to deeply connect with someone who refuses to look into the mirror. It's not about being too smart or too healed. It's about compatibility. And here's where it gets layered. Women are socially conditioned to believe that marriage is the prize and being chosen is the goal. That's why advice like dumb yourself down even exists. It assumes that a woman needs to make herself smaller to fit a man's comfort zone. But ask yourself, is marriage really worth it if it requires you to shrink? The truth is, self-aware women often end up with fewer dating options, not because they are unlovable, but because their standards eliminate partners who aren't willing to rise higher. It's not that they are too much. It's just that many men have not been challenged to grow in the same way women have. From a faith perspective, marriage does not mean dimming your light. The scripture says, two shall become one, not half and half. It means wholeness meeting wholeness. When you bring your healed self into marriage, you're not a threat, you're a blessing. You bring clarity, you bring peace, you bring strength. The problem is not that you are too old. It's that many people are comfortable with brokenness and they are unprepared for the responsibility of wholeness. And let's be honest, if a man feels less than because of a woman's intelligence or maturity, that is not a problem. That is his insecurity. So, does a woman need to dumb herself down to settle for marriage? The answer is no. If you have to dim your light to be loved, then that love is not worthy of you. The goal isn't to shrink to fit someone else's level. The goal is to find someone who matches your growth, or at least someone who is willing to grow alongside you. Marriage should meet you at your wholeness and not require you to break yourself again to just enter. Because at the end, it's better to be single in your fullness than married in fragments. This is what Adana Agendas. See you next time.